What's up, guys? Pardon my ugly man bun, but this is the last video currently for the nutrition, the ongoing nutrition program. So those of you who are done your 6-week challenge, this is what you're gonna do. So this one might be like arguably the most important one because if you know your calories, great. But if you eat all those calories in carbs, not great. So we need to figure out. We're gonna show you how to do exactly that, how to make sure that you're not eating just carbs. So let me go ahead and blow this up and start the show. So basically, what is going to help you get to your ultimate goal as far as leaning up, gaining mass, that kind of stuff. And so like everything we've talked about so far has been geared towards leaning out. And so that's what we're going to continue down that path. If you want to gain weight, just shoot me a message directly and I'll help you out. It's no problem. But so what is going to help you? So first of all, I need you to be honest with yourself and pick one of the following 3 options. So number 1, you have difficulty gaining weight. So 55% of your calories should be carbs, 30% of your calories are going to be protein, and 15% is going to be fats. Essentially, all of the fats you're going to get are going to come from the meat you're eating, generally speaking. Number 2, person number 2 is you have a relatively average body composition. Now, it means you're not super lean, you're not huge, but like you don't really have a difficulty gaining weight, but you can lose that weight relatively quickly either. So I would call myself the number 2 because I don't feel like I look at pizza and gain weight, but at the same time, like I also like can eat the pizza and gain weight. So now that's what I would choose for myself. So 45% of that, my calories is going to be carbs, 30% is going to be protein, and 25% is going to be fats. So not carbs, this is fats. I'm going to change that really quick. I'm sorry. Where's the Jeopardy song when you need it? There we go. All right, so 25% is fats. Number 3, you easily gain weight. This would be somebody that looks at the pizza and gains 14 pounds. So if that's you, you're going to do 30% carbs, 40% protein, 30% fat. So more protein than the other 2, but less of the other 2 things. So now we're going to give you an example based off a 2,000 calorie intake just for simple math purposes. So person 1, to find your total carbs, you're going to do 2,000 calories times 0.55, and you're going to divide that by 4. That gives you 275 grams of carbs, okay? So insert your number of calories right here. No, my bad, skipped ahead. Insert your number of calories for the 2,000. Man, this is struggling right now, guys, I'm sorry. So for the 2,000 right there, you're gonna insert your number of calories there. So if it's 1,500, put it in there. If it's 2,700, put that right there. And it's gonna give you the total number of carbs that you need. You're gonna do the same thing down here, insert your number there, times 3 or times 0.3 divided by 4 gives you your protein. And then same right there for the 33 grams of fat. Okay, so you're going to do, the only difference here is that you're dividing this number by 9, not by 4. Okay, don't do that wrong. Fats are divided by 9, not 4. There's 9 calories in a gram of fat. So now you're going to do the same thing for person 2, but the difference is you're going to change out these numbers right here, the 0.45, 0.3, and 0.25, and you're going to get different numbers. So 2,000 calories, you're doing 2,000 times 0.45, and that gives you 225 grams of carbs, and all the way down the list, and so on. All right, so the example for person number 3 is 2,000, and then you're going to do those same numbers and same math. It's going to give you different numbers, but so you guys can kind of see real quick how like when you have different goals or a different body type, you need to have different types of food to eat. So the 6-week challenge meal plan is great for you to get started with, but continuing on with that, like we need to be a little bit more tailored towards your goals and what you're trying to accomplish and who you are as a person and just how food and you have a good relationship. So we need to try to build that and make it better. So that's person's number 1. Go ahead and pause it here if you need to, so you can kind of insert your numbers and make sure you do it right. There's person 2, you can pause that if we need to. And person 3, pause that one if we need to. Sorry, my dog's eating his food right at the worst time of the day. So now this is where you're gonna start at, and I want you to do the absolute best you can to stay consistent for 5 days, okay? And then we're gonna reevaluate how you feel after 5 days. So if you're feeling good, if you feel like everything's going all right, your weight is the same or just a little bit lower or higher, we're gonna keep it the same. Okay, so you're not gonna adjust anything. Now, If you don't feel the same, you're going to adjust your carbs and your fats, okay? So this is going to be different for everybody. For me, like if I have higher carb, lower fat, I feel better, and I know that about myself. But that took like 6 months to figure out. So play around with those things. Ask me for help if you need it. I'm happy to help you out. If I take a little while to get back to you, I'm sorry, but ask me for help if you need it. Adjust those things. So if you add if you're adding a couple grams of carbs, you need to make sure that you take away the equal number of calories from your fats. Okay, so basically, if you're taking away 1 gram of fat, you should be adding about 2 grams of carbs. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. If not, message me. I'll help you out. No problem. And then we're going to stick to those numbers for 2 weeks. All right, so I want you to try it for 5 days, and if you feel good, you're going to continue to stick with that for 2 weeks. All right, and then you're going to track this by using MyFitnessPal. So I will do a video on that later. But for now, I wanted to get this stuff to you guys because it's taken me a little while to get it done. I'm sorry this took a lot longer to put together than I thought it would. But we got this video in place for you guys. So download MyFitnessPal and start playing around with it. Enter in all the things you eat, weigh your food. The more exact you are, the more exact your results are going to be. So cool, guys. Let me get out of here. Have a good day.